Well, hey everyone. I'm Dr. Richardson. I'm your professor for your criminal justice leadership and organization class. Um, Today I am in my bike rental shop, hence the reason for my bike rental shirt. Still got to pick up a few more bikes. The season is coming to an end, and I'm able to devote my time to teaching you guys this semester. I decided to do a video today because this is a graduate level class. And a lot of you are coming from different backgrounds and with kids and careers already, and some of you guys have been in the criminal justice field for quite a while. Hence the reason why I asked you guys to do a introduction. That introduction served as a two-pronged purpose, mainly because I need you for attendance for that report to the university this week. And second of all, it's also because it gives us a chance to see who knows what. And sometimes when we're dealing with projects or case studies or any of those type of things, we can definitely use each other to work together. And I'm not really a fan of doing group projects, especially online. I don't mind doing them in the classroom, but when we're online, it kind of makes it a little difficult. But it doesn't mean that we can't tap into each other and see what gain expertise from each other and knowledge. And sometimes it's that one word that someone says and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and you're like, I got it. Just, you don't need to say another word. I got it. So get to know each other. There's like 14, 15 of you in this class. Get to know each other well, and feel free to reach out to each other, by email or by phone, whatever it is that y'all have to do. I did want to go over a couple of things. I know last week we were like thrown into the den on getting started, and usually the first week with me is very easy. Just go get your textbook, look at it, look at the class, ask your questions, just kind of feel like that you're going to make it. I'm sure your other classes jumped in with both feet at the deep end of the pool, so I didn't want to do that with you guys. One thing about the syllabus is that it's date specific. If there is a change, you will be the first to know, but I try very hard to make sure that we are all as specific as possible. And some of you guys have had me in the past, so you pretty much know how I operate. Instead of doing unit exams, I decided to do weekly quizzes. They're about anywhere from 20 to 25 questions a piece, so it's nothing to sneeze at. So the most important thing to remember about taking any test when it comes to like criminal justice and law is that the white space between the lines and the white space between the words is the most important part. It's about how that you put those thoughts together, how you're looking at things, how you're putting scenarios together, what is your thought process. So the most powerful part of your textbook is that white space. Now, I do use the textbook. I'm not the professor that goes and tells you go buy 5 textbooks and we never touch them. If I tell you to get it, we're going to use it. And the reason being is that these authors are experts in their field. And also because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out which textbooks that we're going to use this semester. And I really like this one. This one kind of takes it from almost a business perspective. Not everything is going to be about boots on the ground and gunslinging. It's not about that. It's about the organization of it, looking at things, taking a step back. And so that part is very important to me, is that you get that business hat on, get that managerial hat on, that supervisor hat on, and sit here and try to understand where it is that we're all coming from. It's not about you just going out into the field, whether it's in forensics, it's in psychology, it's in working for a federal agency or working, for the local, sheriff's department. That's not necessarily the fact. The fact is understanding why these decisions are being made. And you're going to see a lot of policy come into play here, because it's about taking what's happening at the top and getting it all the way down to the person who just got hired today and how it affects him or her out in the field. So it's an interesting class, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, looking at the syllabus and everything, this week we're going to hit the ground running. So you should have, you don't have to read chapter one because that's usually the most boring part, but look at it, take a glance of it, and then go on and read chapter two for sure, and get a grasp as to what's happening with that. Everything that we do will be due on Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. However, if there is a discussion board, the initial post is due by Thursday. And in order to see what everybody's doing, you got to post first. So make sure that you do that. This one's a little different. This discussion board is picking one of these three entities that always happen in criminal justice, and that is the DA's office, the sheriff's department, any police station, what have you. I give you three groups, and look at the organization. A lot of this you can get online. Some of you guys already work in an agency of some capacity. Some of you have friends. This is when we talk about grad school and we talk about criminal justice and legal classes, it's all about who you know. And a lot of the jobs that you will start to get in the future will be based off of who you know, not necessarily that there's a vacancy available and you saw it online and you applied. So it's about talking to people. So make sure you get out there and talk to people and kind of formulate how this works. You know, I'm not looking at 100% accuracy. What I'm looking at is how you put it together. So, you know, feel free to do it in the Excel spreadsheet. If you have to do it in a PowerPoint slide, do it. Put notes at the bottom of your PowerPoint slide. I'm pretty lenient on that. I just want to see how you would put it together and who's in what position and how. And this is you're going to use this and you're going to be able to see what other people have come up with and be able to utilize it down the road, especially when you get to your final project, which after midterm, we'll start really concentrating on, okay? So your initial post is due by Thursday night, which happens to be on the 24th, and then your response to one classmate. I'm not the professor that says you have to respond to 3 classmates by Sunday night, because otherwise you don't concentrate on that one person or that one thing. I'd rather for you to respond to one classmate, make it count, okay? Quality over quantity is the way that I look at things. And then if you look at your, you have a case study that's in your textbook, which you've already got access to your assignment. If you click on the assessments and then assignments, you'll see it right there. You can go ahead and start looking at it and start looking at those questions and kind of formulating your case study and answering those in about 1 page. It's approximately 1 page to a question. Do not give me more than 1 page though. I'm not the fluff person. I am a legal person. I worked in prosecution for over 9 years in the JAG court, and let me tell you, we are straight on the money as far as every word counts. So no fluff. Just give me the facts. Tell me how it is. Back yourself up. I'm very much a proponent of backing yourself up with legal research and also scholarly research, I'll say, for this class, because this is about criminal justice. Okay, so start working on that in between. I try to alternate when a case study is due versus when a discussion board is due. So if 1 week you're doing a discussion board, the next week is a case study. So that way you're not getting bombarded with work, because we all have lives outside the classroom. So Unit 1 we have ending on September 3rd. Please remember that that's Labor Day weekend. So if you have barbecue and plans with your family, please make your arrangements accordingly to getting your work done and turned in on time, okay? If you have any questions, I try to post a thing every week. I still have to post it for week 2 for the, if you have any questions about what's coming up in the class for that week. Okay, so post your questions on there. I love your emails, but post your questions in there for me, okay? So let me see here. So what we are going to be looking at this week is your introduction into Chapter 2 as to the organization of criminal justice. We're talking about budgets. We're talking about policy. We're talking about all kinds of things. So, yeah, there's a lot more involved than just sending you out into the field. So take a look at that. See if you have any questions about that. You have the PowerPoints supplied by the publisher. I just go ahead and push those out to you. So once you click on the left side of your screen for Unit 1, you should have your whatchamacallit, you should have your your I can't even think right now. I am so tired. I am so sorry. But you should have all your PowerPoint slides and what have you in there, and any notes that might be at the bottom of each slide. Okay, so I am here if you need me. You've got my phone number. You've got my reach out to me in D2L in the webmail. If you email me in the Armstrong email, I cannot guarantee that I will find it. Okay, I have got so many emails coming in from the university, and so now I have to deal with every day, so I don't want you to get lost. So keep it this way. I know which classroom you're in, and so just keep posting your questions in there. But if it's a general question about what does this mean, or about this assignment, or about the discussion board, or whatever, post it in the discussion board for week 2, and I will get to it. Please remember that I get to the emails first thing every morning, so you will be I will respond to you then, unless I happen to be online and see you post a question, okay? But other than that, I want you guys to have a great week. Go see the eclipse, and other than that, have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.